This time on Woody's Garage, it's that sticky Tarpit 50 again.
Now here's a real problem one. This plate is no good for brakes. That's the rear axle, that's okay. Need a chain adjuster. This is where the problem is. These nuts down here that go into this brake hub, these should end at the brake hub. They shouldn't stick out like this with a nut on them because you can't get any brake shoes in here. So, I mean, the good thing is I don't think I need a hub. I think I just need this part. So instead of taking this wheel apart, I'm just going to take this hub apart. I might try to get some air into it and just leave it as is, like I said, until I get the right tubes. Okay, we got the nuts and bolts out of this. And I guess I had forgotten that the hub is connected to this. I thought this thing would just pop off from the hub. So, I'm thinking perhaps these could be retapped a larger size and drill out these holes a larger size. I mean, there's nothing special about this old wheel. They all kind of look different sizes because they've been mutilated, I guess. But I do have another broken one of these, but I know it's not usable either, so. Okay, the sprocket's off. There's the hub. You can see evidence of old threads there. I think the thing to do would be to drill these out and go a bigger size. You know, if I want to save money. And drill those center holes here out too. Okay, this is what we had in there. These guys look like they'll fit. I'm not even sure what size they are. But it looks like, you know, they just have to go into this hub. The wheel will have to be drilled out to this, you know, and they're so worn, they're almost this size now. So I just need to make sure I got a tap that's the same. I got various taps. You know, is that it? That would be splendid. Okay, this is Redneck Machine Shop. What I did is I took that the tap, wherever the hell it is, over here, and I use the drill guide here, and the closest it came to was a 3/8. It threaded into that hole. Actually kind of nice. So I said, hey, why not just drill a hole in some wood, tap it out, and see if the bolt fits. And it actually seems to go in there very nicely. But, you know, I know this is, you know, we're talking about wood and we're not talking about aluminum. And I know when I've looked up other charts, you know, what tap you use, what drill bit you use to tap out a hole. It's always these bits that nobody ever has. So I don't know. This is metric. The bit was American. This hole's got to be good in the hub, or we'll have a disaster, you know. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Another thing to take into consideration is how thick is this wall. I mean, am I just going to wipe that out if I put a drill bit in there, and then I'll be so thin it won't be able to hold it? It does kind of seem that way, doesn't it? Well, here's a SAE American. It fits in there. It fits in there loose. So, being that this one is actually thinner than this, you know, it'll take up less wall. You know, you won't have to bore this out as big, and I'll have a little more meat here to grab a smaller bolt, even if it's American, like, you know, who cares? Once it's together, it's together. Well, I got another one of these anyway. You can see what's missing from this one. You know, that is a cam right there to move the brakes, and that's what the brakes sit on. So these look exactly the same because they're old school. They both have the custom black paint job. Hastily done. It's got the arm, which is good. That's a good thing. This is the other stuff I have from my other 50s left over. Some brake shoes. Fender, that's his older Z50. Here's the other hub that I had. Boy, did that one get trashed, huh? No saving that one. But then again, these are good. The holes on this one are good, but the upper part is what's gone. Could I JB weld that? You know? Well, it might be worth a try and drill them out. Alright, just noticed something else as I was cleaning this up. That these guys, these bolts here are pressed in. You know, it looks like they go through those holes right there, and they probably do. But, I mean, they're really pressed in. And if I put new bolts in the other one, they'd kind of be sticking out here. You know? And it's like, how would you tighten those and tighten the ones on the other side? It's just kind of a mess. I think I'm going to have to get a new hub. Or I'm going to try drilling this out. I mean, what's to lose, right? Except for the fact that I have to drill out the wheel. So I don't think this one is usable. Well, I got some air in this tire, so it's holding air, but it's also oozing out all the water that was in there. So obviously it should be pulled apart, but at this time, hell, I don't know. Should I go ahead and try the Redneck machine shop? You know, another thing I thought about is if you brought it to a machine shop, they could probably MIG that back in and then re-drill it out. You know, on second thought, this might work. This is the broken one. You know, this is a size bolt I need, except for obviously a lot longer. You know, it's the same as those. It just wouldn't be pressed in there. Although, you know, you could shamelessly coat it in JB weld and slide it in there so it's kind of fake pressed in there. And then we'll just cut it to length like these guys are. Here, you know, it's really, I got two chances I can take. And I kind of feel like doing this one first because I don't have to drill out the rim. You know, these are definitely low enough. You can see these ribs here. It's not going to hit these. And they kind of rest up against the hub middle here so that it won't turn when you're tightening it down. So I gotta go buy like about 10 pounds of JB weld, I guess. As you can see, most of the weight is not going to be on this. It's going to be up here, or you'd think it would be, you know. Well, I guess it'd be certainly some. Okay. Okay, we got a old drill bit with some wax paper around it. We cleaned all this off with acetone, and I hardly have any JB weld I'm gonna have to go out and get some, but I want to put a little on it and just see how it adheres, see if this could be a reality or whatever. Okay, that is what I had left in the tube. Looks like a messy blob. I'm hoping I can slide this drill bit out and just cut the wax paper. I don't know if the wax paper is going to come out or what. But I think we got to take some time and clean this place up. I can't even move. You know, I don't even have a flat surface to put anything on. Damn, I don't think this one's holding air either. Ah! Well, there's no sense patching a tube that doesn't really work with it. So, what the hell's that? Looking to get in some tubes. Alright, we cleaned up a lot of that 90s stuff so they can move. And we got the chain out of the oil bath and now it's just kind of leaking. It is still pretty stiff, but it'll be usable. I'll add a few links to it. I'm going to put the front wheel back on the bike, even if it has a bad tube. It's holding air. I mean, I can roll it around kind of, but it'll also be out of the way if I put it on there. And I also have not tried to start this thing yet, which might be fun too. It might be a little awkward without a back wheel on it, but let's go do that. Okay, the front wheel went on easy enough. Rolls good. Will work for now. I'm under the deck because it's still kind of misting out, a little damp. I'm going to put some gas down the spark plug hole and kick it over and see what happens. Sorry for the camera angle, but that's all we got right now. Oh, my kickstart is bending. Pretty awkward. Okay, I'm gonna wait till I get the rear wheel on or something because it's just too difficult to do.